And it is today's tragic story, the death of an honored former Navy SEAL. Chris Kyle was called the most lethal sniper in U.S. military history. Many people called him a hero. Kyle was shot and killed along with his friend Chad Littlefield on the gun range of Rough Creek Lodge. That's on the western edge of Glen Rose, about 75 miles southwest of Fort Worth. Sources tell News 8 that Kyle and his neighbor reportedly took the suspect on an outing. The man was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. They were on the gun range Saturday afternoon around 3:30 when the suspect turned on them and shot them at close point range. Authorities say they don't have a motive. And the suspect has been identified as 25-year-old Ray Routh of Lancaster. After the shooting, he took Kyle's truck and drove about 100 miles to his home in Lancaster. At one point, he tried to leave, but he was caught and taken into custody around 9 p.m. last night. And early this morning, Routh was moved from the Lancaster jail back to Erath County. This is exclusive video of Routh leaving with deputies headed for the county jail in Stephenville. We're going to have more on 38-year-old Chris Kyle, the former Navy SEAL, literally broke the book on sharpshooting called American Sniper, an autobiography. His publisher says Kyle's recorded the most career sniper kills in United States military history, officially more than 150 confirmed, and that Iraqi insurgents feared Kyle so much they placed a bounty on his head. His bio says Kyle served 4 combat tours in Operation Iraqi Freedom and elsewhere. For his bravery in battle, he was awarded 2 Silver Stars, 5 Bronze Stars with Valor, 2 Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medals, and 1 Navy and Marine Corps Commendation. Kyle is survived by a wife and 2 children. Now, you might remember Kyle from a recent reality show called Stars Earn Stripes on NBC. Operatives coached the stars through military exercises, then the stars competed against each other. Kyle also runs a company called Craft International that offers military training. We're told authorities spent the night at Ray Routh's Lancaster home looking for evidence, and that's where we find Channel 8's Jonathan Betts right now. Jonathan, what's the latest you've been able to find out?
Well, good morning to you, Sean. The neighborhood is quiet here this morning after that massive manhunt ended here at the suspect's small Lancaster home. He has now been arrested and is accused of killing 2 men, including a highly decorated sniper, as you mentioned. We do have exclusive video this morning of the accused gunman, Ray Routh. He was transferred out of Lancaster early this morning. Police say the 25-year-old former Marine shot and killed 2 men at a gun range at the Rough Creek Lodge in Erath County yesterday afternoon. Troopers say, though, the victims were not discovered for close to 2 hours. In the meantime, investigators say Routh had already taken off in one of the victims' pickup trucks. A few hours later, officers did track him down to his Lancaster home, which is about 75 miles from that gun range.
I was scared. I'm sitting below the window line, was still peeking out. But they had like 4 shotguns on him, I believe. It's dark out here, so I really did the best counting I could. And next thing I know, a little time passes, he starts up the truck, and then all of a sudden, he rushes down the road, and they all take off after him.
Police say although Routh did try to escape, he was caught on the highway a few miles away after a brief chase. Police say he had killed Chris Kyle, a well-known former Navy SEAL, author, and considered the military's deadliest sniper. He, along with 35-year-old Chad Littlefield, were killed. Now, there are reports this morning that Routh suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder from his time in the military, but it is unclear why he allegedly turned his weapon on 2 men. That's the latest here in Lancaster. Jonathan Betts, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. Now, the other man who was killed is Chad Littlefield. He was 35 and also a resident of Midlothian. Unfortunately, we do not have his picture yet. And the shooting happened at the gun range at the Rough Creek Lodge in Glen Rose. Channel 8's Gary Alty joins us live on HD Chopper 8 at that location. And Gary, can you see the gun range from where you are? Is that what we're looking at right now?
Well, this is the lodge, the base lodge facility here. It's a very nice, very large facility. What I can show you is we believe this is one of the many ranges here. This is we believe a skeet target range here where they shoot the clay pigeons, but I do not believe this is the actual range that the shooting took place on. But again, a very large, very spacious facility here. A number of gun ranges where Kyle actually spent a lot of time out here with some of his friends, with a group that he had started to help veterans with post-traumatic stress syndrome. So we don't see a lot of authorities out here. It appears to be somewhat, if you will, business as usual. There are cars in the parking lot, but we have not seen any investigation type vehicles, police, or anybody like that out here at this time. Sean?
All right, thank you. And we'll come back to you, Gary Elte, for a perspective from up above HD Chopper 8.